What's cracking, you people? Announcer here, and welcome back to Jak 2. And in this one, we're going to just jump right into it. Let's go.
You boys are turning out to be quite useful, eh? I have another task for you. The sewers used to be a fabulous smuggling route for me before the Baron installed security devices.
And before those late-night snack runs kept you from fitting out the front door.
I bet you've hatched another brilliant plan in that hungry little brain of yours. So, who or what do we have to shake down, knock out, or blow up?
Well, I need someone to go down and shoot every sentry gun in the sewers. And I'll give you a sweet weapon upgrade if you succeed.
Let me guess. Dank murky water? Reeks worse than your breath at an oyster fest? Fuller of metalheads than your plate at a one-pass buffet? And of course, weapons more lethal than your ever-so-tiny whiteys on a hot summer day. Look, Donut Hole, why don't we float around here looking hot and heavy, and you go roto-root the pipes?
We're not doing anything until you tell us why metalheads are trading with the Baron's forces.
I should have had you both kneecapped, eh? All I know is that the Baron cut a desperate deal with the Metalhead leader. Metalheads need eco, so the Baron supplies them with regular shipments. In return, the Metalheads agree to attack the city just enough to satisfy the Baron's continued rule.
Yeah, but how long can that deal last?
Well, the Baron is running short on eco, eh? And the Metalheads are short on patience. Baron Praxis needs this wall to keep in power. Otherwise, the city would put the true ruler on the throne, wherever that little brat is.
Daxter and I will clear your sewers. And we haven't forgotten about that weapons upgrade you promised in return.
Bloodsuckers.
Crew. Know it's a bit late to get to this, but how did he get so fat? I mean, I get that we have the ability to use hover technology. I understand that he has food, if you look closely, hooked into his back so he can constantly feed. You know, probably full of his favorite gravy and liver mush or some nonsense. But it's like, my brother, my I wouldn't even call that guy family. Nah, no one in my family get that big. I mean, like, dude, how do you let yourself get so big that you no longer have a waist or a pelvis? He is literally a pair of dangling legs and a gut with a face. It looks like he's already losing. It looks like he lost one eyeball. He's probably losing the next one pretty soon. It's like, what did you do, man? You ran up, from what I can tell, looking at the center of it, a strip club bar wrestling operation, and you make money on the side by collecting and selling rare and precious artifacts. Not even Al Capone was that big, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeesh. However, I do enjoy Crew. He is one of my favorite characters. Don't necessarily like him per se. He's not like Sig and Jak levels and other characters we'll get to later on in the game, but the way the voice actor emotes. Oh, see, there's kind of right in the right corner there. The way our voice actor emotes, and the way Crew's just so slimy, just seems to work. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so yeah, gonna put that tension aside for a second here, and just gonna go ahead and talk about something in Jak 2 with regards to the level design that I haven't. Okay, so these guns.
Shoot the gun, Jak!
Just wait till you hear the Just wait till you hear the thing like twitch and then jump. and you should be good. And get that guy's metal head for a quick succession. I do find that that little jump scare to be pretty interesting. It adds a little bit of character to the game. But yeah, so with regard to Jak 2, it has a very different take on the traditional backtracking that Jak and Daxter started off with. How it works is that, and you probably noticed this given the fact that given that we went to the waterworks a couple of times in the previous episodes. How it works is that you're going to be visiting a lot of these levels more than once. You're going to be visiting a lot of these levels more than once. So as a result,
Good work so far.
to keep the levels varied and interesting, you won't be going through the exact same places twice. Well, this could have gone better. Ha! I gotcha! Boom, baby! This is my boomstick. Take the boomstick. Okay. Ah, there we go. But yeah, so how it works is that... That was me missing a shot right there. But yeah, what you're supposed to do... how it's going to work is that you will be visiting a lot of these levels more than once. However, and this is to Jak 2's credit, and honestly the credit to Naughty Dog as a whole, you're not doing the same thing in every level you go to, you know? Like in Jak and Daxter, every weapon was open and free-flowing enough that it was a guarantee that you were going to be doing something different in each individual area, you know? But it was all just one interconnected place. With Jak 2, because they're going to be using areas more than once, they're going to make sure that the objectives you do are going to be different, and you're not going to be able to just do what, you know, what a lot of speedrunners and gamers would do with Jak and Daxter, in which case they would just do the entire area and get it over and done with. Oh, there's another one. I don't know why the Baron had these. I don't know why the Baron had these guns set to where it hits you once and it stops. I am not one of these little small green scrubs. Ha! Suck it! But yeah, so it's really hard. So because you'll be doing something different in every single level with a different feel to it, the levels don't, at that point, don't get old, you know what I'm saying? It's very hard to do something like that with these kind of platformers.
Brass work, boys. You destroyed all the turrets, eh? Now, come back to me.
Yeah, so it's very hard to do something like that. Oh, not see you there. Okay. They got the jump on me. So at this point we're pretty much done with the level. I could leave right now, but I'm gonna cut right back because I want to get those 2 Metalhead Skull Gems. So I'll be right back. Back. There we go. And that should put us right here. Okay, so that didn't take too long. So pretty much you just went around the back, got back up there and came back. You want to get as many Skull Head Gems as you can. Little trick, if you want to know if you've gotten a Metalhead Skull Gem in a particular area, the Metalheads themselves will have a glowing spot in the center of the skull to let you know they have a Skull Gem. If you haven't killed them for a Skull Gem, then the Skull Gem will stay in there. If you have, then you want to worry about it.
Hello there,
But yeah, where was I at now? Right, the level design. So you'll be often revisiting levels more than once. Some levels I think you visit upwards of 6 times, and yet for the life of me I can't think of one instance where you'll get sick of it because of how varied the objectives are. And even then, you won't necessarily be going through the exact same section of the level to get to your objective. In a lot of cases, you'll go to sections of level that you didn't even know were around. It still continues the world building aspect, and you get to see like how different things fit together in different sections. But I don't know. It's one of those things that, in my mind, kind of adds to the grandiose feeling of Jak 2. Whereas Jak and Daxter, yeah, it was a simple story, simple objective, simple adventure, which is why you could pretty much finish off a lot, and I do mean a lot, of the levels on your first go through. Whereas Jak 2, because you're part of a resistance trying to overthrow this corrupt government, or at the very least you're helping this resistance overthrow a corrupt government, you just want to get revenge, as was the norm for most stories back in this time in the early to mid 2000s. Your first reason, it actually adds to the idea that you're doing a lot of legwork to get to where you need to go. Anyway, let's go back to crew and get our weapons mod.
What is that horrible smell?
Oh, great! We do your dirty work in the sewers and come back smelling worse than a wet hip hog in a warm barn. This could have a serious impact on the lady factor.
No. I think it was my lunch, actually. Nice work in the sewers, eh? I guess you're looking for that weapon upgrade. Well, there's a blaster mod stashed in some crates at the port. Find it, and it's yours. Nothing so far.
Also, if you take a close look at the back wall there, I want to assume that the 2 pictures of the dude, I want to assume that's Crew. I have no idea who the woman on the left is, but I think that's Crew. I mean, he's wearing green, he's very rotund, he has some scrawny little legs, and downwards turned ears. I think it might be Crew. Now, the question is that an actual representation of Crew, or did he go, I want you to make me look sexy? And the guy's like looking at us like, I don't know how to do this. So we just came up with that. But yeah, going back to Crew, like I said, like that cutscene right there is one of the reasons why I like him. He's so slimy and just backstabbing that it's like, yeah, you can't help but admire the guy. Also, you want to make it hard for me to find it, don't put a glowing light around the box. But yeah, he's like, yeah, I'll give you your weapon mod, but you gotta find it first. It's like, you slimy meatball. Good lord. It's like, it's just one of those things that just really adds to it, you know? Anyway, let's get a new weapon mod.
Blaster is a good all-around choice with a nice rate of fire. This weapon requires more aiming ability. You can switch weapon modes at any time.
So by pressing up and down, you can switch between the blaster mod and the scattergun mod.
You can combo your attacks by kicking, then firing your weapon. Kick the first target, then shoot while kicking to automatically hit the second target. So it's teaching you combos. So here's what you do. You want to kick a card, you do this right here. Okay, I messed up. Not quite. Try again. Kick, then shoot, almost at the same time.
What you want to do is what you want to do is just, as Sig said, kick and shoot at the exact same time. But you want to make sure you connect the target like this.
Now that's a Wastelander move. They won't know what hit them. You can find yellow ammo in crates. Would you like to test your skills on the gun course?
Sig. But yeah, so now we got a yellow eco gun. This is going to be your default weapon for a long time. And by long time, I mean the whole freaking game. Each, and once again, remember that every single weapon, if you look at the, ammo counter, one clip will refill half that counter. So, there's that. Now, let's go ahead and give it a shot. We'll go through here.
Ready, go!
For this. But yeah, like Sig said, this is going to be your precision high rate of fire weapon. You know, pretty much your all-rounder. It's one of my favorite weapons in the game, and I'm just going to spoil it for you right now. In Jak 2, it gets infinitely better. I won't say how. Those of you who have played the game know exactly how. But there are, but this is pretty much my favorite and my go-to weapon for Jak 2. Mostly because of A, how much ammo you get, how easy it is to use, how fast it fires, and how just reliable it is. A little bit fast. Boom, right there. There you go. Like by the time you pull the trigger, as long as the red dot sight is on the target, you'll hit it. You know, and I think it has a slight bit of auto locking to it. As you can tell, my aim is not good. The one downside to Jak 2 and its gameplay, three-hit combo, is it can be a little hard to aim things, but because of the combos that auto fire and auto lock onto the next target, I feel like it mitigates that to some degree. Saw him point blank in the face. Okay, a little bit fast. Gotta inch my way forward here. I figure.
Congratulations, you achieved the bronze record.
There we go.
Care to try for the course record?
Nah, computer, I ain't going for the course record. This is, ooh boy. But yeah, so you got a new blaster mod, and it is a very good mod. And as you can tell now, we now have two separate icons to go to. Much like GTA, at some point, excuse me, at some point you're going to have to decide between which faction or which person you want to do mission for. Since we are closest to crew, we're going to do as many of crew's missions as we can until we run out, and then go help the underground. That's usually how I do it, because there's no real... how do I put this? Much like Grand Theft Auto, there's no real narrative thread to follow, in which it's like, okay, you have to go to this mission, and this mission, this mission, and then this mission, and work for this guy, this guy, and this guy at this different point to understand the full flow of the story. It's more like every single group has a storyline when their icon first shows up, that as long as you follow, the ending thread will tie back into the main story. So you can do these in any order. I just prefer doing it like this, just to keep it organized.
Sweeping for suspects.
I have a proposition for you, Jak. Racing is the biggest sport in the city. Errol is the undisputed grand champion. He's crazy and dangerous on the track. My kind of guy. Only a fool would dare race against him, eh? And that's where you two come in. A client of mine is looking for a fast driver for her racing team. Here's a security pass to get you into the stadium section. And your contract with just a few trifles for me. I've already signed your name to save time.
We, the racers, hereby agree to give crew all proceeds from race earnings, endorsement fees, broadcast royalties, syndication residuals, vehicle sponsorships, small appearance fees, collectible card assets, fast food tie-ins, use of likeness rights, talk show deals, clothing lines, all print rights, including book, novella, comic, pamphlet, ticket tape, neon sign, and bathroom graffiti designs. Toy rights, shoe lines, mood rings, game rights. Game rights! Vitamin endorsements, city kickback movie deals, and of course, all death and dismemberment accident insurance claims.
We can work out the tiny details later. If you can get from here to the race garage near the stadium in less than 3 minutes, my client said she would consider letting you drive for her team. Make me proud,
Okay. Okay, so pretty much our mission is just to get to the stadium in a certain amount of time, and I was pretty good at this point at this part of the game when I was younger. Let's see if I still got it. But yeah, I like. Okay, so let's go ahead and go here. I think you have to jump on.
Nothing so far.
Okay, so here it is. I think. If my memory serves correct, yes, you have to go this way. Okay.
Moving to next sector.
Okay, this is not helping. This is not helping. Okay, so immediately I messed up, and now we're gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how the Crimson Guard chase sequences work. Basically, you mess up, they're gonna be after you like white on rice. Now, if you'll excuse me, we're gonna keep doing this and try to get. Oh boy! Okay, that was close. But yeah, so I was trying to remember if you could go the way I was going to go to make it shorter, because there's another way to get to the stadium in record time, and I remember that it's blocked off due to a security level pass, so there's that. Now, nothing to mention that I don't think Jak 2 and by proxy Jak 3 get enough credit for. That even Grand Theft Auto did wrong until GTA 4, arguably, which is on the generation of consoles after the PlayStation 2, is that when you're following the icons on the map, like I am in the bottom right corner, the icon will actually shift to show you the route to get to it. Like, it's not just like, oh, it's in this corner of the map. It's literally, if you follow where it is on the map, you will get to it. Which is a bit of level design and game design that I don't think Naughty Dog gives enough credit for. So I'm going to give it credit here. Oh, I messed up. I'm not making it now. I'm not making it now. See, that was me misreading the map. That was me misreading the ramp. See, that's another thing about Jak 2 is that I don't know if I got on this yet. Okay, messed up again. Yep, I'm definitely not making it now. This will definitely be a second run kind of thing. But Jak 2 is, for all intents and purposes, a very tight game. There is, and by tight I mean it is hard. It's going to test a lot of your reflexes, and a lot of challenges would probably be frame perfect to get it. Okay, not making it now.
Right. Check it out.
Yep, just missed it. Just missed it. But now that I know my mistakes, we can do this in record time. But yeah, so you just got to be frame perfect with a lot of these missions. So keep that in mind going forward. Is also the reason why Jak 2 is considered the hardest game inside the series, and I can personally tell you, it has earned that reputation. You know, It is a challenge from start to finish. But yeah, going back to Crew, I like that he's like, yeah, so here's your gate pass, you know, to get you into the next part of the city, to get you into the stadium, you know. And I've already gone ahead and signed your contract. And by your contract, I mean you're pretty much signing your soul over to me. Because if you notice, Daxter said, we hereby give Crew all rights to our merchandising. Pretty much, we just guarantee Crew full rights to be able to make money off of us while we don't see a single penny. I thought that was pretty funny, you know. And also another reason why I think Daxter's personality benefits more from being in this environment in Jak 2 than it did in Jak and Daxter, because it really lets the writers cut loose with him and his dialogue. Like even though Okay. If I fail this again, I'm just gonna go ahead and just cut to the part. Yeah, I'm gonna cut to this again. I think you can restart a mission. Yeah. Okay. So let's start this off. This is where you go to the menu, go to this area. You can hit restart on a mission. Let's go ahead and just restart this, because whoo boy did I mess that up. Saves you some time, saves you effort, and we'll just get right to it. Now let's try this one more time. But yeah, I do think that Daxter shines a lot in this game. But I do like that. That's the earlier scene where Jak pretty much tells Crew, okay, look, I see where this is going, but let's make it plain. You said you were gonna tell me what this is all about if I help Sig out. I helped Sig out. You're not about to get a freebie out of me. So he's like, okay, and I like how Crew's like, hey, I'll give you a weapon, Mike, because he was obviously trying to distract you from whatever it is you were trying to get. Since you know you're giving him new, because like as a player you think, oh, I'm gonna get a new toy out of this, we're gonna do this and do that. Jak's like, yeah, the toy's good and all, but I need information. You know, the plot demands information, and you're like, oh right, that was a thing, and it shows that Jak. As far as, you know, he was mute for pretty much his entire life, as far as we know. He wasn't dumb. He's not dumb. He's like, okay, you want to give me this information, basic info. Oh, and thanks for the weapon mod when we get done with your job. And Crew knew that that Jak was the kind of guy who would come back to collect on him, you know. It's like, because Crew's like, I should have you both kneecap, but it's like, even though he says that, it's very abundant that he really doesn't want to risk having Jak as a problem, you know? But he also doesn't want to lose him as an asset. So it's like, okay, I'll give you your gun mod if you can find it. Okay, I'm going to grab this. And I can do it. Yeah, I used to have this route memorized, but now I don't. So I'm gonna have to try to navigate as best I can. You don't want to wait till I think you can just make it. I think you can just make it to the stadium with like maybe 10 seconds to spare. But it will be a tight window, and if I fail this again, I'm just going to cut to when I actually do my successful attempt. So yeah, if I can stop hitting things. Middle. Easier. Okay, we're almost there. This is the home stretch.
Nothing so far.
And here we go.
Hello? Crew said someone was looking for a race driver?
I'm busy right now. You must be Crew's new errand boys. Look, I don't mean to be rude. You did get here fast. But I'm not interested in any new drivers right now. And I've got work to do.
Is there anything we can do?
No! I'm working on a secret vehicle project.
Okay, sorry.
Listen, if you think you've got the guts to race in this town, try taking my prototype jet board out on the stadium course. Beat the stadium challenge and maybe I'll consider you for my team.
But that jazz music, though. Anyway, this episode's gone a little bit long, so we're gonna call it an episode here today and handle that Jetboard challenge in the next one. Excuse me. I've been Anansi. It's been Jack 2, and I'll catch you later.